Houston. My family just moved all over growing up. I grew up on the southeast side near Hobby Airport. Then I moved to the north side, Acres Homes. Graduated from League City out by Galveston, and now I live in 3rd Ward. It was great. I mean, growing up on the southeast side of Houston is, you know, it's some of the best memories I have. The neighborhood that I grew up in, South Park, was predominantly black and Hispanic, but you know, it was wonderful. I felt like a huge sense of community that I feel doesn't really exist in large cities as much anymore. You know, I could just go over to my neighbor's house for hours and my mom would never worry about where I was. She knew she could just call over and I'd be there. I sang everywhere that would let me sing. I sang at talent shows, I sang at school. I had a few years of choral training, and after that, when I graduated high school, I just started gigging in clubs, and then that's how I met my friend Tony, and I started singing with a bunch of rappers, and then eventually punk bands, ska bands, country bands, and now everything.
Can't you see how wonderful this love could be? If you just spend it with me, we could be something happy. We both do need. If you just spend it with me, this could be something wonderful. We both do need. If you just spend it with me.
So the band was, sorry, some guys rode by on a horse. The band was started by my bass player Adam Castaneda and the keyboard player Patrick Kelly. And I don't think they originally intended to have this many people, but you know, the whole premise was they wanted to have this small kind of jam, reggae, ska, whatever, fun band that played occasional weddings here and there. But they wanted it to be filled with musicians that they had always wanted to play with, but just never really had the time to because of schedules, other bands on tour, whatever. And so when they started putting this project together, you know, everybody just happened to be available. At the time, I had stopped singing for about 2 years, and I got in a real job and was, you know, thinking about settling down and everything. And this thing popped up, and it consumed me, and I think I made the right decision.
Let me light your cigarette and lay your truth out back door. I'll show you all the love you need. 'Cause isn't that what you came for? Let me just massage your back. I'll run my fingers through your hair and show you all the love you need. And leave your worries while I'm there. 'Cause I'm your giver. Ooh, baby, I'll be your giver. Away the pain the struggle for me may have caused. Bring new joy into your life. 'Cause baby,
It takes a lot of prayer and it takes a lot of patience, but you know, I think the best way that I've been able to explain it to people that aren't used to being with these large groups of people is to compare it to your childhood and the things that your parents would make you do that you didn't really want to do. Like say, you know, a lot of kids when they're little, they have to go over to their cousin's house. And sometimes they might not get along with whatever cousin, and they'll be there all day, so there'll be lots of fighting and lots of arguing. But you'll have so much fun in the midst of all of that, that when it's time to leave, you're like, no, I don't want to leave. And that's kind of how we are. It's like a big group of family members that we've all known each other for a really long time. But I think because we've known each other for a long time, we tolerate a lot of shit that, you know, a lot of other people wouldn't typically do if they were all dealing with hired guns. But at the same time, we all see the light at the end of the tunnel. We've never been in these situations that we're facing now before with our other bands. So we know that this is a very unique opportunity. And so it would be really stupid for us to give up on it just because the number is really big, or, you know, because people say that what we're doing right now is impossible. We've already defied the odds of that with our first tour, you know.
They're making their network television debut with us tonight. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for being here. Lady, make them feel at home. Their EP is entitled Make Some Room. Here are the Suffers, everybody.
It was really, really indescribable as far as the moment itself. I've watched the performance a few times, and even still, like, I don't really remember every moment of that actual performance just because it went by so quickly. I remember the day, but it's one of those things that you dream about your entire life, and people tell you aren't going to happen because of where you're from. Or, you know, if you move to LA, you move to New York, you move to Austin, it might happen for you. And to have it happen anyway, like, we felt like not only were we repping our city, like we felt like we were repping our state, because I feel like Texas is being so underestimated right now as far as all the music that's coming out. Tonight, for example, you know, there's us, there's Holiday Mountain, there's Ishi, and all three of these acts are from, you know, that little trifecta of Dallas, Houston, Austin. But everybody's doing amazing, amazing, amazing things right now. And to see, you know, a show at the level of The Late Show recognize that is overwhelming. And I think the best part about that is that no matter what we do after today, you know, if we end next year or, you know, we blow up, nobody else will ever be able to take that from us.
Come on! I'm telling you. How you doing? If you can't do this, get out of the business. You know what I mean? Mighty, mighty party and show band. Woo!
Mighty, mighty.
It's the Suffers.
Mighty.
To a lot of people outside of Texas, you know, Houston isn't what they think of when they think of music beyond hip-hop, country, and Beyonce. And I think, you know, on the one hand, I think it's because a lot of bands there have never really worked to establish a brand. And Gulf Coast Soul is something we're trying to, you know, market. To people that don't know what it is, the best way to explain it would be, you know, like a gumbo or, you know, a casserole, you know. Sometimes you'll put the weirdest shit into a gumbo, you know. You'll start with the roux, but, you know, you might not have crab meat, so you'll put chicken, or you'll have like leftover rice, dirty rice from something that you know you need to get rid of, but because the gumbo's gonna be good, you just throw it in there anyway. And so you let it boil, and you work and you work and you work and you wait, and then when it's done, this amazing thing ends up going into your mouth. You know, with us, all of these things came together, and it's, from the outsider's perspective, it looks like chaos, but when you hear how tight we are, there's no question, you know, this is the real deal. This is Gulf Coast Soul. It is musical gumbo, and I feel like it's something that really couldn't be copied outside of a region that isn't filled with as much diversity as Houston has. For me personally, Lauryn Hill, Dolly Parton, Gladys Knight, Luther Vandross. Within the band, everybody from, you know, Celia Cruz, Selena, The Roots. D'Angelo is a huge cohesive influence for the band. But yeah, it's basically anything that's good, really. I like that you asked what do I do to make it more contemporary and current as far as, you know, soul music, because to me soul music is a timeless genre, and I feel as though, you know, there's a lot of people that aren't very well versed in the genre, and so to them a song that came out, say, 30 years ago would be like hearing it for the first time, like it came out yesterday. As far as my writing style and trying to remain relatable and current to people that are listening to us, I just try to stay real and keep it simple, you know? It's funny when I look back at my old songbooks now, and I remember going through with, you know, with thesaurus and just trying to have these really deep lyrics that I figured I was going the wrong way when I could barely pronounce the words that I was trying to sing. I was like, you know what? No one really gives a shit about, you know, my analytical thoughts on love. They'd rather hear, you know what? Sometimes it sucks, sometimes it's great, and when it's great, it's good. You know, that's something that someone can understand. People want to hear, okay, you know, this is gonna get better. I'm not the only person that's been treated like shit, or, you know what, sometimes it's okay to say, fuck that person, you know? And that, to me, that's current. People are always gonna be assholes, people are always gonna fall in love, and if you can explain that through song without making it too hard and without losing your overall message, you'll always be current.
Damn, 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 damn. Oh, baby. Damn, 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 damn. Oh,